I know how you feel. Listen, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time, uh, hit the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, I'll put it down in the description. Yeah, I want to talk about something serious. You know, um, let's start off with um, I know how you feel. That's my topic. So, can you please tell me how you know how someone feels if they lose a child and you never lost one? I mean, I know you don't mean any harm when you say that, but it sounds so insensitive, and I really don't believe that you mean to be insensitive, but there is no way that you know how a person feels if you never lost their child. We got to be careful of the things that we say when somebody loses a child or a loved one. Mm-mm. You know, it's things that a person would lose someone and they've been going for a while, and then you run into somebody that you see all the time, and they say the same thing over and over. You look just like your daughter, or you look just like your son, or your son looks just like you, or your daughter looks just like you. You could be having a day where you're not in so much pain because you're always going to be in pain. But you may have your mind on something else just for a moment. And someone will come along and tear that down. I know you don't mean any harm when you say those things, but you can hurt a person, and that person will go home and cry, get in the bed, throw the cover over their face, and depressed for the rest of the day. We got to be careful what we say to a grieving parent, grandma, grandpa, dad, aunt, cousins, siblings. You know, sometimes it's good not to say anything. You know, there's nothing really that you can say. You said it before, and you're saying it again, and every time I see you, you say the same thing. Again, I know you don't mean any harm, but you are harming the person who is trying to get through the day or day by day without their loved ones. So listen, guys, and using that term, it's just, I don't know how you can tell someone who's lost their son or their daughter or their grandchild or their sibling. I know how you feel. How can you? How can you? Can you listen to yourself when you see someone you know that lost someone and go up to them and say, I know how you feel? Honey, I know how you feel. We use that term a lot. Even the person that has lost someone don't know how another person feels because that lost someone as well. Yes, they can relate to it, but they don't know how that person feels inside. Everybody doesn't feel the same thing. Everybody doesn't grieve the same way. So we gotta be careful, really careful of what we say when we see someone who has lost a loved one. Now, again, and I will say this, I know you don't mean any harm. But if you see this video, you may be careful of what you say when you see someone that you know that you already said that before. Listen, I've lost people. I have one child, and I say it all the time on my videos. People that know me know, and I get it a lot. You know, I get it a lot where people would just want to talk about my child when I'm trying to get through the day. I know you don't mean any harm, and I can't say that enough because I'm not trying to be, malicious. I'm just trying to say be careful with your words because sometimes even the kindest words that you say can hurt a grieving person that has lost a loved one. Listen, guys, I don't know how anybody feels that lost a child or a grandson or anybody or any of their loved ones. I don't know how they feel. I only know how I feel. I can relate to the situation. I can relate, but I don't know how they feel because everybody's different. And sometimes we say things without thinking, but we got to be careful what we say out of our mouth because it can hurt. It can hurt that person. And listen, I'm not going to stay long on this, but I did want to come on and just say be careful when you see someone that is grieving. See, the grieving never stops, and the pain never goes away. You have to adjust to a different way of life. You got to adjust to that pain, and it's hard. Believe me, I know. And if you never lost a loved one, especially a child or a grandson, if you never lost that, you don't know. And I don't want you to know. So let's just be careful of what we say to people that we know have lost someone. We don't want to hurt them no more than what they already hurt. They got to live every day with a certain kind of a life. It's different. It's not the same. And they know they got to go on. But listen, and for anybody who's ever lost a loved one, a child or a grandchild, listen, I feel for you, but I don't know how you feel. I know how I feel. So wouldn't it be better if you say I feel for you than to say I know how you feel? Because you feel for them a certain kind of way, whether it be feeling bad or, just feeling sad for them. You can do that. But there's no way that you know how a person who has lost their only child or their grandchild, you never know. You would never know unless that happened to you, which I pray that it never happens to anybody. Because this is a club that no one wants to be in. You're put in this club, and you didn't ask to be put in this club. You never wanted to be in this club. So please, please stop saying you know how someone feels when you've never experienced it. Let's be careful with our words. Sometimes our words hurt us. And without even, and you never even thought that, oh, well, and after you said you going on about your business, but here this person that you done brought up that they was trying to have the best day they can due to their circumstances, and then you mentions the person who has transpired every time you see that person. I just don't understand it. I know you don't mean no harm, but you are harming that person. You can see the expression on my face or anyone else's face that has to deal with this every day of their life. But listen, guys, let's be careful of the words we choose when we know somebody have lost a loved one. And with that said, be safe and be blessed. And I hope you never experience that. And I hope you never say, I know how you feel, because if you say that, that means that you too are in that same club that me and so many, many, many other people are in. So listen, guys, with that said, be safe and be blessed. And I'll see you when I make another video. See ya.